The NBA is considering another change to the format of its All-Star Game, and this time there could be an international twist, okay? I'm quoting Adam Silver here. He told this to The Athletic. Our All-Star Game will return to NBC next season in the middle of their coverage of the Winter Olympics. Given the strong interest we've seen in international basketball competitions, most recently in last summer's Olympics in Paris, we're discussing concepts with the Players Association that focus on NBA players representing their countries or regions instead of the more traditional formats that we've used in the past. TK, up or down on the NBA considering a new international format for the All-Star Game? Oh, he's going sideways.
I'm going sideways. Because it's hard to think any of these are going to work. But why not try it?
Keep trying.
Because after all, as Adam Silver said, it's not lost on us that we're going to be in the home of the 28 Summer Olympics. We'll be competing in the arena into it, where the basketball competition will take place in the 2028 Olympics. People are going to tune into the 2026 All-Star International Tournament because they know it's the same court as the Summer Olympics 2 years later. You got to get people excited for that. Further down the line, Summer Olympics. Honestly, as long as it's not what they did last year, anything is better.
Well, that means no tournament then.
Well, this is going to be a tournament.
I don't think it is.
Maybe.
I think they're leaning towards fine. We're going to do USA versus the world. Fine, we'll give it to you. Because that's what a lot of people keep saying. We'll fix it. I think there were a lot of other quotes like they were leaning like the tournament did not work.
No.
The little mini game. So I think it's going to be one game. And if I'm guessing Tass, I think it is going to be obviously Team USA versus some sort of world group. Because otherwise, how are you doing it if it's not a tournament?
Well, I want to say first it has to be a basketball game. Like there's no Kevin Hart, no Mr. Beast, no executive whole studio crew during the game talking about things. Because that tournament wasn't even a tournament. They were sitting there for 2.5 hours.
No,
Players played a little bit, and then they sat forever. It wasn't a basketball game. So that's the first thing. And then, we have to talk about whether or not it's a tournament or not. And there's the talk about copying the NHL's Four Nations tournament, which, look, national pride, I'm all up for. That's exciting stuff. But that was a 4-team tournament over 9 days. It was very long.
Yeah.
Super long.
Yeah. It did massive ratings. It was amazing.
Oh, people love their national pride. I was watching. I loved hearing the Finnish national anthem. That's great. I loved it. And it's fun. Elbows up. Everybody, let's do it. But what is it going to be on the basketball floor? If it was going to be a tournament, you could have 2 games on the Friday night and then those teams play on Sunday.
So what teams are we doing in this tournament thing? Obviously USA, and then what are you doing a Canada and like a Europe and like an Oceanic team or something?
Yeah, that is a bit of the issue. Canada has a billion players. They could easily have a team. France.
Okay, but can I push back on that?
What?
Like, yeah, they could, but that doesn't mean they're all-star worthy Canadian players.
That's the weird part.
RJ Barrett, come on down.
Like this is the crazy part to me. I feel like Draymond Green. I'm like, what are we doing here now?
Yeah. It's probably just going to be one game, USA versus the world on Sunday. But that being said, there was 4 hockey teams that played. They weren't all all-stars.
No, I know.
So,
but that's it wasn't even an all-star game. That was obviously completely something else. It was like a mini Olympics to get everybody excited about the Winter Olympics happening in 26. So,
well, the All-Star game is poops anyway, so why not try something entirely different? There's enough to floor a U.S. team, a Canada team, there's no doubt. This is just an option. We're just spitballing here. There's a billion Canadian players, there's a billion American players. There's enough French players to suit up, especially for just 2 games. You don't have to have 15 guys. I'm not going to go through every Rudy Gobert and Nicolas Batum, but there's enough.
Okay, but
again, there's enough Australians. Anyways, it's not going to be that. It's not going to be that. I mean, that would be best for national pride because USA versus the world is good enough on the American side, but for the world side, I don't know. Are people going to get up for it?
It's funny to just think of like you're listing these nations. It's like they probably want Luka, and I don't think Slovenia has enough players for a team. Greece probably doesn't have enough players.
So it has to be like it's almost got to be the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to be Team USA versus what do they play? The Europeans, best Europeans, I guess.
Yeah.
And they put all the nations together to take on the Americans in the golf tournament.
And we did this in the Rising Stars, right?
Yeah, we've done it. Yeah.
It was USA versus the world, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah. Very memorable.
Bogdanovic made it.
Yeah, well, Fridays aren't memorable on All-Star weekends anyways.
I know.
So-
Also, didn't Four Nations tournament took like 9 days?
That's what I said.
Exactly, yeah.
It was the Olympic. It was a little hockey Olympics. It was not an All-Star game. They
But
just
that's something
said,
built into the NHL. Like, they always take breaks for international tournaments, right?
Yeah. And now with the All-Star game, we literally have 4 days off after All-Star weekend. Like, they literally have 7 days from Friday to Thursday. They had last year off. So you could
Jam it in there.
or push it a little bit. I mean, you don't want to.
I'm just laughing because we can't even get them to play one basketball game. And now, like, well, what about this, though? What if we just did an entire Olympics?
Yeah, a week is weird. A week is weird. That's why the Friday to Sunday. Anyways, USA versus the world is what it's going to be.
Probably.
And if Luka and Shea and Wemby and Jokic, that's a freaking good team that's playing against the Americans. And there might be some national pride as what happened with the NHL. Mm-hmm. Guys were excited to have their country on their chest. That being said, what if it says, what's it going to say? What's the emblem going to be? An earth? I mean, what was it going to be?
That'd be cool.
An earth with America crossed out on the globe.
I mean, it's probably USA, Canada, and then like Eastern Hemisphere, Western Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere. There's too many continents left over for there to only be 4 teams.
We
but
just got to cancel
they're not going to combine
Just cancel
USA
it.
and Canada and do North America.
No.
Oh, jeez.
I hope not.
Though that makes the most sense if you're like trying to break it down into 4 teams, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, well, do you guys want to hear who would be on the German team? They'd be pretty solid.
Franz and Mo.
That's
Dennis.
Schroeder's.
Obst. They're bringing Obst over.
Tristan De Silva can play for them.
Okay.
Isaiah Hartenstein can play for them.
Yeah.
Ariel Porty can play for them.
Okay.
Anyways, they could
If
field
they
the team.
actually did this, though, what you're saying, and maybe they do, like the what was it called? Four Nations?
Yeah, Four Nations, so it's like 8 to 10 guys. Doesn't
but if
have
they
to be
did this,
monstrous.
But
they're not all
would they also name, like, would we just name All-Stars and then, a player that wouldn't be on one of those, like, nations, like, just gets it off? Like, we have to name All-Stars still, just for history, I think. Yeah. Like, of course, select an All-Star team.
Why?
Because it's on their basketball reference page. It just can't stop.
That's right.
Maybe as a case to get into the Hall of Fame, sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
okay, fine. But honestly, who cares? Who cares at this point?
I'm on record saying cancel the All-Star game for a year or two, and then guess what? They'll bring it back, and everybody will be like, "Oh, yay,
That's
the
right.
All-Star game's back." I know
That's
that
right.
would work.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it because they obviously NBC's like, "What the hell? We just paid billions of dollars for this thing. We want an All-Star game or something."
Yeah,
Well, that's on you, NBC. Sorry.
but that was also the lowest watched All-Star game in NBA history last year.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Can't get much worse. Try something.
Hold my beer. Yes, it can. You've said this 3 years in a row. It can't get worse. It can't get worse again. Every year it gets worse.
Well, that wasn't an All-Star game. Watching
I don't care, but we've said
Mr.
this.
Beast give something away on the floor is not an All-Star game.
I agree.
That was some of the best moments. I thought.
I agree.
Mr. Beast, by the way, he's got a nice jumper. I saw a clip of him
Really?
shooting threes this week. Why? Was it him or was it Micah Potter? I don't know. Can it get worse? You were just telling me Ariel Porty's going to be an All-Star.
I didn't mean. I just wanted to say Porty. That's the only reason why I included him as part of the French team. Was it German. My bad.
Yeah, German.
My bad. It's forgettable.
All right, well, let's hear it. Obviously, we're heated about this. We're the only people that care about this still. But you tell us, in the stream team, what should they do? You like this idea? You like the nation's idea? Do you like the team USA versus the world idea? Something else? Cancel it? What do you want?
I like it. Part of the All-Star game now is just complaining about the format every year. Every year we're trying something new.
That's true.
Put them in jerseys. Put them in their jerseys. Here's what will happen. People are like, okay, their players are going to wear their jerseys. Their city jerseys. Sorry, suckers. You have no idea who these guys are.
5280. Who the hell does he play for? All right, let's call it there.
That's a way to do it. Elevation. Where players are born, their elevation. Oh,
Wow.
the sea levelers are taking on the mountain toppers today.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe. Could be something there.